Hello and welcome once again to Game Master Dave Plays. Today we are checking out Xenonauts. This is the very first time I'm playing, so maybe you're privileged in seeing that, maybe not. I've got my friend Greg that is going to be helping me out because he's played a ton of this. He's been talking about this game for years. Actually, I don't know about for years, but he's been talking about XCom for years. I mean, literally, I think he's been trying to get me to play XCom for 10 years plus right now. So I'm very excited. Xenonauts is on sale right now on Steam, so you can pick it up. You can play along. I allow backseat gaming, so tell me what you want to do. But actually, Greg is with us today, so let's level up. All right, so we're gonna switch over to the Xenonauts screen, and Greg is here. Greg, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great.
Hello. This is the first time Greg is ever on Twitch, by the way. And so who knows if
I,
he's
I
shy
have
or not? We'll find out.
I have to admit, 2021 is going pretty well so far. I can't
2021
complain,
is going pretty well.
and we're only 12 hours in, but about.
Yeah.
But hopefully, Xenonauts will make it that much better.
Well, there you go. And if you got any, for those of you that just started viewing, my name is Game Master Dave. I would love a follow. I play all different kinds of games. I just played some Out of the Park baseball last night. I've got a Stellaris campaign going on. Plus, I've got a Wednesday night 10 p.m. live show that I just uploaded to my YouTube channel, Game Master Dave. So if you got a chat is open, send us any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, and you can even help us out playing. Greg is going to teach me this. So let's try. I'm going to
hmm
press this play
Oh, and if
Xenonauts.
I can make a recommendation, Dave,
Oh,
if any of your viewers are interested, a popular thing for XCOM games is to name the soldiers after friends and such. Why maybe some of your viewers want to be in the game?
ooh, interesting. Oh,
Be
that's a
affected
great
in the game.
idea. So they can get a name. And it looks like my Streamlabs OBS did not like me pressing play game, so I lost it. So I got a slight technical difficulty. We'll see.
Okay, so the game is hard, but it's not supposed to be that hard. It's supposed
It's
to
not
lose that
supposed to
quickly.
disappear on the screen. Is that what it is?
Just get a
It's
game over screen immediately.
it's not Twitch. It's not Twitch until we have a technical difficulty. I'll just tell you that one.
Hello, Commander. You have lost.
It says Xenonauts. I can see it. Xenonauts Strategic Planetary Defense Simulator by Goldhawk Interactive. You can probably hear the music, but it is not grabbing it on Twitch. So hold on a second. Everybody, hang out. Okay, let me. Okay, new game. I think right. I guess sometimes I got to press something, and then I got to. Okay, let me go to game capture. Do 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 do. Oh man, this stinks. I thought I started with a window. All right, stand by. So some interactive music.
Hey, am I still here?
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, you're still here. Everybody's here.
Oh, I cut out for some reason. That was weird.
Oh, you did? Oh, maybe
Yeah.
because I was switching screens around. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to figure out how to capture this. So let me cancel this out. Hey, everybody! So how you doing? How's your new year happening? Uh, you know,
Can I see the chat too?
you can see the chat too. You should be able to.
I see stream chat, but I don't see any posts in it.
Yeah, there's no post yet.
Oh, okay.
There's only
All right.
three of us, three people watching, and two of them are you and me. So
Oh, that's true. I didn't have any questions yet, so I didn't
yeah, if you
talk
got
to them.
questions, let us know.
All right, so I see the Steam window now.
Yeah, this is not working. Capture specific window. No, let's do auto. Done. Looking for a game. Wonderful.
Oh, I see something in the background.
You see something in the background?
Yeah, and I heard the game first,
No,
but
that's something else. You see? I gotta click on something. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's just my screen overlay. That's not what we're trying to get. That's my
'cause I did
Steam
hear the
thing.
game. I heard the
Yeah,
game's soundtrack.
capturing a full screen application. Done. Well, this is fun. We always run into
It's
situations.
following the spirit of losing is fun from the Ghost
Yes,
Voice.
exactly. Um,
So
window
what was the problem
capture.
it was giving you? You tried running it not in windowed mode?
It's not. Yeah, no, I don't. I thought I ran it in Windows. So basically, I've just got to add a thing that captures the. Not display capture. It's got to just got to capture the silly thing, the silly game. I'm wondering if it's an old game. I don't think that that's going to be the reason. Select option. No. Okay, well, maybe we should, until we figure this out, maybe we should stop the stream. Unless people are hanging out.
Yeah.
You know, we could talk about New Year's. Oh, actually, why don't you give us a rundown that you just did on,
Of what Xenonauts is?
yeah, what Xenonauts is. That would be great, because you were talking to me about it, and then other people didn't hear it.
Sure. So Xenonauts is, in my opinion, one of the most faithful remakes of the XCom series. Basically, it's the same game, but with a much better user interface and a much better uh, uh, combat mechanics. But which leads to the question: what is XCom?
Right.
The premise is very simple: aliens are invading the planet. They are nefarious and are not open to negotiations. Earth's militaries are losing badly, and in a moment of desperation, have combined forces into an international team of the world's best scientists, fighter pilots, engineers, commandos, whoever you can imagine, janitorial services, to create the XCOM project, or in
Okay.
this game, the Xenonauts project. And the mission of this organization is to use the world's best tech and minds to just barely squeak out a victory wherever they can to shoot down UFOs, send in crack teams of commandos to finish off the survivors, scoop up any alien tech they can find, and reverse engineer it to make better soldiers for the battlefield and save the Earth.
Well, there you go.
And do it. And that's the premise of the game. You're the commander that runs that operation.
And you basically told me it's turn-based, except during sometimes it's real time, right?
So So it's both. And the game originally came out in original XCOM came out in 1993, and the core mechanic is the same concept. You run what's called the geoscape, which is
Uh-huh.
the Earth, and managing your bases, your logistics, your research division, what you're building, how you're equipping your forces in the sky and on the ground. That's all done in real time with the ability to control time. And then when it comes time to shoot down a UFO, that's done in real time. And
Okay.
then when you finally go into a ground battle to eliminate the final extraterrestrials, that goes into a tactical scape where you fight turn-based,
Okay.
but with little nuances to make it more fluid than you'd expect out of a turn-based game. So, for example, there are ways to commit Overwatch, and aliens and you can shoot out of sequence.
Okay.
I'll explain. That's probably the most tricky mechanic that you should know about the game, because that can be where you hit a lot of pitfalls in the game. You're going to be wondering why you're losing on your own turn. Anyway, oh, yeah, it's working now, though. I see it.
Yeah, I got it up. So that's cool. So you're gonna walk me through. You said play normal, right?
I would suggest normal, at least for the stream. And once you get your feet wet, and maybe you want to play a second campaign after you lose this one. I
Okay.
mean, could lose this one. Excuse me.
Okay.
Could lose this one. Uh, the veteran is my preferred difficulty.
Okay.
And this is going to be one little tricky thing. I would recommend not playing on Iron Man. Normally, I'm a true Iron Man dedicated person, but honestly, like for this game, for your first rodeo, I would not do it.
I
I
like
would just
playing on
play.
Iron Man too. Okay, I'm just
Because
adjusting the game options here. So for those that are watching at home, for sound, hey, just give me a quick chat. Tell me if the sound from what you're watching is good for the sound and the sound effects. I'm hoping that we can change it in game too, and also Greg's volume and my volume. Anybody wants to send us a quick note, that would be fantastic. Hey, if you just joined us. Thanks for joining us. This is Game Master Dave. Sorry about the technical difficulties. My Streamlabs OBS wasn't grabbing the game for whatever reason. But here we go. I think we're ready. You ready?
I am prepared.
I am excited. Let's level this puppy up. All right, begin game. Is there like an opening? Oh. The geoscape shows all the territory you're defending from invasion. Alien UFOs will periodically... Hey, is anybody here watching in chat? Or if you've seen it on YouTube, send me a message at dave@gamemastergames.com. Are you a big XCOM fan, a big Xenonauts fan? Let me know. Tell me what you think about the stream. So, anyway, all alien UFOs will periodically spawn on the map, damaging our relations with funding nations until they are shot down or complete their mission and disappear. You will shortly be asked to place your first base. The blue circle around it represents the range of the base radar, which automatically detects UFOs that pass inside it. Try to cover as much territory as possible with your first base. Once you have done this, you will want to speed up time until an event occurs. The arrow buttons along the top of the screen control the flow of time, so select the button with 4 arrows for maximum acceleration. The objective of the game is to shoot down alien craft and capture artifacts from the crash site, then research them to unlock new technology and learn more about the alien threat. Eventually, you will learn enough about them to defeat them all. Hey, I remember you told me when you were telling me about XCOM that you had to set up a base and stuff like that, and then you had to shoot down the alien craft. I am not a big first person shooter, nor am I talented.
No first person shooter. It's all you'll see how it works. It's all top down. They do all the hard work for you.
Okay, good.
So I am still on a little bit of a delay. I lowered the quality. I don't know if that'll help. But I do want to walk you through this menu here. First thing you have to do is pick a base location.
Okay.
And as you go around the world, as you're already doing, you're noticing that there's regions of the world. Those are the funding regions. You have to protect all of them, or as many of them as you can.
Yeah.
And different nations contribute different amounts of money. You need to be careful where you want to place it. It might be tempting, as you know, to protect your homeland. To think, oh, well, let's just protect the USA, but maybe that's not the best strategy in the long term.
Okay, interesting.
So consider carefully where you want to cover. And those rings, the first small circle, that's the radar coverage you're going to start with. And then later in the game, if you build additional radar stations in that base, those subsequent rings are how far it could cover to.
Oh, so there's
much later.
Now I got a question. Hey, first of all, chat. Hey, thanks, Bill, for joining us. Jill says XCOM is one of his all-time favorite games, especially the Long War mod. That's cool.
Okay, so he's going to be a diehard. He'll probably be very interested in.
He's actually my #1 fan right now. Greg, you got some competition. About 5 years ago, Greg was my #1 fan, playing a whole bunch of close combat. By the way, I just taught Bill how to play close combat.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, so he's learning, so it's great.
Fantastic game, but that's another discussion for another day. But yeah, just to put it in perspective, though, him saying he prefers Long War, that's like playing a game of Civilization and saying, I just didn't get into the nitty gritty. I want it longer.
Oh, okay.
That's what Long War is.
Now,
so he's definitely a diehard.
For those, Bill, can you hear Greg? Okay, and can you hear the sound effects and the music? Okay, just let me know when you get a chance.
You didn't miss much in the beginning. If you could hear me, it was mostly technical difficulties.
Mostly technical difficulties. That's right. We couldn't
explaining what XCom is.
My Streamlabs OBS couldn't grab it. So then, if
you want a recommendation, Dave, some popular spots are going to be Europe. Because it covers a lot of different regions like the Middle East, Russia, Europe itself, and Africa. Other popular ones are Central America. I don't like Central America because there's not a lot of ground cover, and you'll see why that's important later. But it's ultimately you could win the game placing it anywhere, potentially.
The question I have for you is, when I place it, am I just choosing the region, or will it go exactly where my cursor is?
It'll be exactly where you place it.
So like something like this seems good in Turkey.
But just remember, I'm a little delayed. Turkey. Let me see. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's not a bad spot at all. I would say that's a pretty solid place to go.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I can hear Greg. Can hear the music from the game as well. Oh, thanks, Bill. That's right. So what we're talking on Discord. So Greg is watching on Twitch, not on Discord. So there's a slight delay. All right, I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna be in Ankara.
Okay.
Base name. I don't know if that's exactly where Ankara is. If you're from Turkey, I apologize.
And my strategy, you could name whatever you want. Everyone has a little different base naming strategy. Ankara. All right, cool.
Oh, because you could do base #1 or something like that.
I always start with CENTCOM as like Central Command. And
yeah.
I'll
Okay.
do USCOM, Eurocom. But everyone has their own strategy. So anyway, let me walk you through the menu. The game is running. It's on the lowest speed setting, but it's really nothing's happening. This is essentially what pause is. Let me run you from top left to top right.
Oh yeah, here's a date, right? 1 September 1979.
Yep, that's just the dates. Every month you're going to get more funding. That's basically like checkpoints in the game. So pay attention to the date.
Okay.
That's also when you pay upkeep fees. So if you're building a jet fighter that costs $100,000 in maintenance fees, well, if you built it on the 29th and then the 30th passes, you just paid $100,000 for 2 days of coverage. Just something to be considered. So on the top in the center, you'll see build new base, then a bunch of time controls, and then launch interceptors. Just take note of those buttons. On the right-hand side, where it says key information, that's going to be super important. You see where it says previous month income, monthly upkeep, forecasted change, total casualties. The most important one is going to be forecasted change, because if that number will update depending on what region you're hovering over, and if you're just hovering over no regions, it'll give you a global average. If it's going into the negatives and you can't figure out why, you need to start investigating individual regions to find out who's getting hit, and that might be something you have to invest more in later to save them,
Oh.
or just write them off as a loss and say, forget it. You know what? They're going to dump this month anyway. I'll just focus my efforts elsewhere.
Okay.
And casualties is just for the sentimental folks out there that
Oh
care
gosh.
about such things. As
Does
long
that
as one human survives, that's all that matters.
will that go into the millions? Oh yes, me. I'm the one human that needs
Oh,
to
and
survive.
he's asking questions. I see. So yeah, it's radar stations, kind of like the original XCom. Uh, it's all radar station based.
Cool. Hey, if you just
So
joined us, don't forget that hit that follow button. Go ahead, Greg. So what's next?
the beginning will be the most tedious, just because you need to know your tools, and then we'll get into the action stuff. So
Yeah.
you know everything on the top. Then in the center, just beneath the time controls,
Yeah.
you'll see the buttons. And if you want to go to start with the leftmost one is where you are now. That's the geoscape.
Okay.
The next button is going to be construction for base construction, so you can click on that quickly if you like. And once I see it, it's just going to be a few seconds delayed. I can give you a little tour of
Yeah.
what that is. It's going to show you how many hangars you have, your laboratories, radar station, dormitories, and you'll see on the right-hand side additional structures that you can build. You probably don't have to build anything too much right now. That could be a little bit of a pitfall, but it's kind of just a tutorial anyway.
Okay.
But for the future, though, you're going to want to build additional hangars, mostly medical centers, think something to work into it. But nothing right now is strictly necessary. And also avoid radar stations right away. They're super expensive, and you need to spend your money elsewhere.
Radar arrays, you mean?
Yeah, radar arrays. Yep. That's
Now,
going to be
is
later.
this I'm just curious. There's like a grid work here. Is this the only space I have in this space to build stuff?
Correct. You could only expand a little bit outward.
Okay.
And in the event that your base is attacked, and it might be, this is also the layout that battle map will be as well.
Okay.
Anyway, so you can click the next button, which is the little beaker on the top.
Yep.
And that's going to be your science division, and that's where you're going to be organizing research of different things. There's only one thing available right now, and they're already working on it. They're just studying the alien invasion in general. That'll be more important later.
You said I can name guys. Can I name this guy?
Nope, just the soldier.
His name is Phil.
Nope.
Just so everybody knows.
Okay, we'll call him Phil. You're gonna love Phil. He's great. You can click the next. You can click the next button, which is the crossed wrench and screwdriver, and that's your engineering division. There is nothing for them to build right now, but there will be later. As you understand the aliens more and reverse engineer their tech, these guys will build it for you into things that humans can use.
Cool.
You can go to the next one.
His name is Ranger, by the way.
Ranger.
This is Craig. Okay. There's no women in here. What's going on? There's no women in the base. Go ahead. This is
this is your quartermaster. This is where you'll organize your troops, and also where you hire more of them. You might even want to do that now. And in fact, I'll take the opportunity now to explain their stats and what they do on the battlefield. So if you want to, you can stay on the screen and hover over the first ability score, which is called TUs.
Yeah.
That stands for time units. Basically, the more time units a soldier has, the further he can travel on a battlefield in a single turn and still do stuff. Everything in the game that they do costs TUs. Moving spaces, turning in place, crouching and getting up, firing a weapon, opening a door, throwing a grenade. But of specific note is that firing weapons doesn't cost a flat amount of TUs, it costs a percentage of their TUs. So having higher TUs doesn't mean they can shoot more in a turn, it means they can move further and still shoot.
Interesting.
So it's how fast they are, sort of. Next one is hit points. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Okay.
That's how much damage they can take. Don't ever think that a guy with high hit points is a tank. There is no tanking in this game.
Right, they're humans. It's like Call of Cthulhu role-playing game.
When you get hit by a bullet can kill you. When you get hit by a plasma bolt, it's going to kill you. Right. Next is going to be strength. Okay. Strength is critically important for soldiers that are going to carry heavy weapons. It's just more strength means you can carry more stuff, especially heavy weapons, because you actually get an accuracy penalty if the lower your strength is. Next is accuracy. That's again very self-explanatory. That's going to be how accurate they can shoot at enemies.
Okay.
Generally, those are percentages, but the weapons they use will modify that. Next is going to be reflexes, and that is related to what I was explaining before about reaction fire. The higher base, I'll do a quick summary right now, which is the higher their reflexes, the less likely they're going to take reaction fire, and the more likely they're going to give it to the enemy.
Okay.
And then finally, there's bravery. Bravery is
Ooh.
arguably the most important stat in the game, because soldiers can't do anything if they're cowering in fear and also trying to claw their eyes out as someone tries to mind control.
By the way,
Okay,
Bill, Greg, who's teaching us this stuff. Thanks, Greg, for doing so. Greg and I have played a lot of close combat together, probably 15 games against each other or something like that. And bravery was also something that we ran into, which Bill is learning, that you give an order to a group of guys in close combat and they don't exactly do what you want them to do because the bullets are flying.
I'm back. The game's similar. So anyway, just quickly before we leave this screen, I would click on higher soldiers. I would get like 2 or 3 more.
Higher soldiers. Okay, yeah.
And you'll notice also before you leave, they have ranks. One of them is a sergeant, and the rest are all ranked as corporals.
Yeah.
Rank in this game is just equivalent to combat experience. And the highest ranked person will be the squad leader. Their bravery will be distributed as a buff to other units to give them a little higher bravery.
I see living space 30 out of 35, so I could only hire 5 if that's what.
For now, yeah. Maybe you even want to build some living quarters to start too.
Yeah.
And if you want to help the hiring process, you can click on TUs, HP, strength to select that'll put it in order like a spreadsheet.
Yep, I see that. Okay.
If you're like, oh, I need scouts, I need guys with high reflexes, you can click that and look for that. I personally would never hire a soldier that has less than 40 in any attribute.
Okay. Oh, well, this guy has accuracy 37, but look at this guy, or I don't even know how you say that. Bernard, Private Bernard. I'm gonna hire.
Okay. Yeah, if you like, hey, ultimately it's your rodeo.
Yeah.
And for example, with high strength and low accuracy, he might make a great heavy weapons guy, because heavy weapons soldiers don't necessarily have to hit to be effective. They can suppress enemies.
Okay.
So they just have to get close enough. So you can check him off.
And then look at this, Lucia Popova. We're getting a Russian on here who's super brave. Look at that bravery. Let's go. I'm hiring.
All right, go ahead. Give a little check mark, and I'll leave the rest
I pressed hire soldiers. What do I do?
And then hit hire selected.
Oh, hire selected. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's a little delayed, so I can't see exactly what you're doing.
That's fine. What do I go back to manage soldiers? Okay, so.
Okay, and now you can go to the next menu.
How do I see them? They didn't show up.
Oh, they're gonna show up. Oh, back when you go to manage soldiers, if you scroll down, they should be showing. Oh, they're not here yet. That's right. It takes time for them to show up.
Oh,
transported here.
Interesting.
And you'll get a notification on the geoscape that they arrived.
Okay. So next is storeroom.
Yeah, and this is very self-explanatory. General stores is all generic. You don't have to manage how many bullets you have. But when you build specialized equipment from alien gear, this is where it's going to be displayed. You can go to the next one. That's
okay. Soldier equipment.
Oh wait, what's his name, Dave?
I don't know. I've lost track. Because I won't remember. I'd like to name everybody, but I won't remember.
This is one of. Sorry, you were there, and okay, good, you're back. This is one of the most important windows. This is where you're going to equip your soldiers for battle, and also assign them to the Charlie 1, which is your dropship, or keep them back home. You can only hold 8 soldiers in the first start ship. And if you want to, I'll just quickly explain. We don't have to do it in detail right now.
Yeah.
If you look at dropship assignment on the left-hand side, just below their portrait, that's how you can quickly assign them or disassign them to the dropship.
Unassigned dropship on the bottom left of the screen.
No, a little bit higher. See the character portrait, and it says dropship assignment.
Oh yeah, Charlie 1. Okay. Yep.
And then you could quickly take them on and off it that way. There's more to go into, like loadouts and like roles you want them to have, but that's, we'll just kind of eyeball it for now. You can go to the next screen.
Does he have all these weapons on him?
No, he just has what. Oh, if you want to stay on the screen,
he's got the shotgun. He's got primary weapon shotgun, secondary weapon shotgun. Got it. Okay, got it. Okay.
So and it's really just that it's a two-handed weapon, so it's in both his hands.
Yeah. Okay. So vehicle equipment is next.
He has extra ammo and such. So yeah, you can go next.
Vehicles
You won't come
present.
here too often because you have no vehicles yet. You might build tanks that can fit in a helicopter one day with
Okay.
alien tech.
Aircraft equipment.
Next, and once you get to that
Wow,
screen,
this
I'll
is
explain that one.
detailed. I can't believe how detailed this is.
None of it gets too crazy, but yes, there is some depth to it. Your condors, those are the world's best interceptors, specifically modified to fight alien craft, equipped with heat resistant plating, and you'll be very, very lucky if it survives its first fight. But these guys are your interceptors.
Okay.
And this is how you equip them. They are equipped as best as they can be right now, though. There's not too
Okay.
many options here. And then finally, you don't have to go here for long, but the last button, if with the question mark, that is the Xenopedia,
Oh.
which is basically just an accumulation of all your research. Oh yeah, you can check the dropship. You can select their loadout. You see, you're going ahead, and I'm behind probably.
That's okay.
I'm the delay. And yeah, you'll get a lot of it's. I like reading all this stuff. I wouldn't suggest reading it for your stream because I don't think you'll get many fans here to just watch you read the diary.
Yeah.
That's oh there's a summary of the Iceland incident, the origin of the Xenonauts. But anyway, we know enough right now. I would suggest you do one other thing, and that's build a living quarters, just so you can have more space, because you are going to need more scientists, more soldiers, and more engineers eventually.
Okay. So I see living quarters. Okay, so it's got this other angle. So what do I do? Drop and drag it or something?
You click, and then you don't have to click and drag. Once you go on the screen, it should show where it's going to be, and you could use the mouse wheel to rotate if you want to rotate it.
Now it says 5. Why does it say 5 on it when I put it down?
Oh, that's how many days it's going to take to build.
Oh, okay.
Yep, nothing gets built instantly.
Okay, cool.
And I would go to the geoscape now, and I would, or maybe even build another hangar if you want to. You do have $1 million.
Hanger! We need more hangars. Okay. Cool.
And you don't have to think about it now, but eventually, as maybe like the first month goes by, you'll want to think about where you're going to put your second base too. But anyway,
Okay.
we don't have to think about that right now. Let's make time go forward and
All
let's
right.
watch the.
Do I need to be like ready with the keyboards? Like when something happens, I gotta, or how do I pause it?
Nope. Basically, anytime anything of significance happens, the game will pause and it'll ask if you want to lower the game speed to examine it.
Okay. Well, I already got something. So, UFO 01 detected. Small, none.
All right. So you're gonna click is center on UFO. Time 5 seconds.
What does it mean?
And
5
that'll
seconds.
show you where it is. That means it's lowering the game speed to 5 seconds every second, basically.
Okay.
This is the slowest game speed. There it is. And what your option now is, you can click on it.
Greg, there's a UFO in the Sahara Desert.
I can see that.
It's identified flying object. It might be a balloon. It might be a satellite. It might be a guy with a drone. But we need to investigate, don't we?
Yes, you should launch interceptors.
Okay, how do I do? Oh, launch interceptors. Oh, you told me that earlier. Select aircraft target. Is it what I do?
And yep, it'll give you.
I hover over
the
it.
stream will catch up. If I lower the quality on the stream, will it be less of a delay?
I don't know. It's really just delayed on whatever Twitch's delay is. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, select aircraft targets. You can select that UFO.
How do I select it?
There's more than one way to do it. You could launch.
Oh,
interceptors
I just did it. Okay.
Or you can select the UFO and then click launch interceptors.
I think I had to press on like the name of it or something like that. Condor 1 I should send out. Is that?
You can send both of them, but I'll be right back.
He says I can send both of them. Let's launch. Oh man, it's like real time. Hey, thanks for joining us. If you just joined us, chat is open. If you've played Xenonauts or XCom before, we'd love to hear about what you thought about the game. My name is Game Master Dave. I play a whole bunch of different stuff. Please hit that follow button. We'd love to notify you about future stuff. Hey, my wife is awake. She was sleeping away. I'm online with Greg, and Bill is watching me right now. We're playing some Xenonauts. And I have no idea what
So
I'm doing, so Greg is helping me
it,
out.
it is real time, so it's only going at 5 seconds per second. You might want to speed it up a little, but
Oh,
I
so
don't think they're gonna want to watch this.
they gotta travel 1,000 miles, and we're gonna do it at 5. This is like what do you call it? Not aircraft simulator. What's that? Airplane simulator, whatever that thing
Yeah,
is.
no.
All right, so
Yeah,
yeah.
I would do the second highest one. That's usually a good one.
Oh wow, look at that! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Things are happening, Greg. That UFO is. I sent both
I can't
condors.
see right away. It's delayed.
Dang it! That's right. You can't see right away.
So it's flying. I'm seeing it fly away.
Yeah. But
You can go ahead. Just let it go.
The question is. The question I have. Oh, that's right, because it's strange because the chat. Oh no, you and I are on Discord live.
Oh, okay. So I can see now. He landed.
Is that what that
so
green mark means?
Yeah. So stay on the slowest speed.
I'm staying on the
And
slowest speed.
You can click on him, and he'll say he's a landed UFO.
Grounded. Yes, it says grounded.
So you have a choice. You can keep your interceptors hovering over him, and hopefully he'll get up and start flying again. You can shoot him down, or you could take a chance and send your ground troops now, and just try to deal with them as a fully intact, fully ready and prepared UFO.
All right, Bill. You are our #1 fan. What do I do? Keep the interceptors there, or go bring the ground troops? What do you think?
I would even advise both, because keep the interceptors there until it arrives, because if it decides to fly again and if your ground transport, if your dropship is unprotected, it'll just get shot down, and you would have pretty much lost the game.
Now, when you, oh, okay, well, there you go. Now the question is how do I keep the interceptors there? Is that center on UFO, intercept, or cancel?
They're intercepting it right now, and they're gonna just patrol over it once they get there.
I don't need to do anything.
Is you should check the loadout of the dropship and just take a look at what you're going to be sending into battle.
How do I do that? So should I hit cancel to get rid of this window? It looks like I got to hit cancel to get rid of this window.
UFO 1 detected? Yeah, you could hit cancel, because they're already doing what they want to do.
I'm looking at drop.
Go to the fourth from the right, the shield and the rifle.
Okay. So I need to look at the soldiers?
You should look at the soldiers and what you're sending into battle. I don't want to get too nitty-gritty, because I think most of your fans will be falling asleep. This is the part I like. I could spend half an hour preparing a squad for combat, and I love it. But you should take a quick look at what their roles, where it says next to their name. That's just a tag that is assigned for convenience. It doesn't have an actual effect on their abilities. What role you want them to have on the battlefield is strictly dependent on how you equip them and their abilities, their stats. So just because someone says they're a scout, chances are they have higher than usual reflexes. That makes for a good scout. But it's up to you to decide if you want them as a rifleman, a scout, how you want to equip them. But I'll give you the basics. I would start on the highest most guy. Start on your sergeant or whatever. Just pick a soldier.
Sergeant, he's heavy weapons.
Okay. So I'll give you a quick rundown of what you want to look for when you equip them. Let me just give it a second to catch up. All right, so you can quickly look at his stats. You can see he's got about average time units, below average health. You don't have to worry too much about that. Good enough strength. Let's see, accuracy is pretty good for a heavy weapons guy. His reflexes are really low. And just keep that in mind. You're like, oh, heavy weapons guy, low reflexes. He probably shouldn't be the first guy leading the charge, because chances are he'll just get cut down by reaction fire.
Okay.
And when you equip them, see the weapon, the machine gun?
Yeah.
Above it says basic armor. That's your only option right now. They're basically wearing no armor, because no human tech can possibly resist plasma. The weapon is equipped, and then below that you can see kind of like a little green bar with a little gray bar. I can't read it because the quality's
carried weight?
Yes, carried weight versus
time units after weight penalties.
Correct. So there is no weight penalty, because that gray bar represents weight you can still carry. He can still carry more stuff. That's how strong he is.
Okay.
Especially because he's not wearing armor. So what you can do, I would suggest you go to equipment.
Is the game paused? Okay, the game's paused while I'm in this.
Yeah, whenever you're in a menu off the geoscape, the game is 100% paused.
Thank goodness. Okay, good. I thought we just died and didn't know about
no
it.
Stress, no stress. No stress here.
Okay.
Hit the button that says equipment at the top of those weapons. Excuse me. See where on the right hand side.
Oh,
you go
yeah,
up
yeah,
the
yeah.
left. Hit equipment.
He's got no grenades.
So yes, grenades are very, very useful. You have frag grenades, smoke grenades, and flashbangs available. There's other options too. You can quickly click rockets if you wanted to give them a rocket launcher.
I gave him a couple
you can click
grenades.
Other. Right, that's fine. And take note, you still have more space available. If you wanted to give him extra ammo, maybe even extra ammo for other soldiers that don't have enough strength. And you'll see under Other, you have C4 available, you have med kits available, combat shields, which are pretty helpful.
Okay.
But once you're satisfied, if you want to quickly click on each soldier, just see if they have like a lot of space available, or just see what they're equipped with. You have a general idea. We don't want to get too nitty gritty.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. I'm good.
Nice. You have a lot of riflemen. You have some soldiers here, a sniper. They're already on the dropship in a specific loadout, but we don't have to worry about that right now. It's our first rodeo.
Okay.
I don't want to get too nitty gritty. I would send them out to that landed UFO and see if we can win our first ground battle.
Bill says, "Let's go for it." So send those guys out. Now, how do I do that?
So go back to the geoscape.
Yeah.
Click on that landed UFO.
Yeah.
And then it should say intercept, and you're going to intercept with your Charlie. Charlie is the dropship.
Oh, launch.
It is a modified Chinook helicopter made for long range. It can get anywhere in the world because they can fuel it midair.
Okay. I got some spam, so hold on a second. I just gotta report this guy.
Oh, sure, no problem. The LI Giants fan says you should give the heavy weapons guy a heavy machine gun and a rocket launcher, which is a great idea, but not in this specific game. I know that's what the XCom for Axis had, but chances are that guy would be so overburdened with weight he would just be a sitting duck. What a good idea. I like the way you think, though. More weapons is better.
Okay. All right, so
I would speed up time a little bit, and maybe even save the game just in case now, just because, again, it's our first rodeo.
How do I save the game?
Hit escape and then save. Because you'll see your interceptors are going to stick around for a while, but they will run out of fuel a lot faster than your Charlie. It would be an awful way to start this game by them going back without fuel, that UFO popping up into the sky and then blowing your dropship out of the sky.
I have named it my first rodeo, since that's what you told me. It's my first rodeo.
All right.
All right. So anybody else out there play? Thanks, Bill, for your a sniper rifle.
Oh, and we'll take note of this in the future. You could see the day and night cycle in the game. That will have an impact on the game. Night missions
I see this.
Horrendous.
Yeah.
Night missions are horrendous, and you should avoid them almost at all costs. Like at almost any cost, you should avoid night missions. You can speed up the game a little bit.
Something happened. UFO 2 detected. Uh-oh.
Oh, small. Center on. I always like to center on UFO time 5 seconds because that lets me know where it is and what it's doing. Oh, it popped up right next to UFO 1. All right. You could take those interceptors that are currently hovering around UFO 1 and just send them after UFO 2. It might be a good idea because if UFO 2 gets ballsy and wants to hurt your dropship, it's defenseless and cannot win.
Okay,
so I would say click on your interceptors, the squadron.
Yeah, but the thing is that I can't. I can't
click change target.
How do I do that?
It's a little delayed, so I would X out of all windows.
X out of all windows. Launch control.
Click on your squadron on the geoscape.
Squadron 1.
Mm-hmm.
Select new target.
Which will be UFO 2.
Wait, I think I screwed something up. Select new target.
And that's it. I think they should be going to it.
Doesn't seem like it. Yeah. Okay, they are. Good, it's flying away. Light scout. Engage, disengage, tail target.
So good. You don't have to tail him because he's already over land. You'll see that's another option.
My combat fuel is 4 seconds.
Oh, they have no fuel left. So one of the pitfalls of this game is you committed to sending them to fly over the first UFO,
Yeah.
and they did so very, very proudly, but they have no combat fuel left. I would just disengage and send them back.
Disengage
So
looks like it auto sends them back.
yeah, that's just disengage and send them home. And we'll send Charlie to go deal with
Ooh,
UFO 1.
I know it's delayed. Okay, good. That UFO looked like it was coming back to where my dropship is going
He's
to.
just a scout. I wouldn't worry too much about him.
Okay.
All right, we're almost there. It's gonna happen. We're gonna make it happen. So yeah,
Uh,
you've learned Condors have very limited flight capacity, and you have to commit them. Once you send them, they are committed to that fight. All right, Charlie 1 has reached UFO 1. Begin mission. Engage.
okay, now
Yes.
what about those fighters? How long does it take for them to fuel up and stuff like that?
Refuel.
Yeah.
It's like you could check later, but it's like an hour or two
I don't really need it. I don't
in,
really need it right now.
in game time. No, you don't need them. You just need to engage. You're here.
I'm here. Here we go. Yes. Fight like there was no tomorrow. Hurry up. Right click on a target to spend additional TU to improve shot accuracy. Oh. I hope.
Yes, so there's different shot modes. You could take a snapshot, or you could take a regular shot, or an aimed shot, or even a burst fire.
I hope you're having fun teaching me.
Oh yeah, it's a blast.
Okay, good. You said that
And,
slightly sarcastically. It
I
sounded.
apologize. I apologize to the two fans that are watching. It's probably going to be a little nitty gritty here, just to get Dave off his training wheels. But
Yeah.
once I get through that, you'll see
Okay.
this campaign. And it explains very briefly, what's happening.
I don't need to read that, right? Turn-based,
No,
I see.
you know what a turn-based game is.
Yeah.
All right, so in this game, cover mechanics are implemented. So if you can, you want to end your turn around cover,
Okay.
and you can even peek around corners. If I would exit that briefing, and I'll show you when you click your first guy.
Okay.
And you have to slow down a little bit just so I can catch up on the stream. But once it's gone, we'll click your first. You already have your first guy selected with the shotgun. You can select. I would hover the mouse over any open ground. It'll show you where you can move him, and with a left click, he'll move there, and it'll tell you how many TUs are left before he gets there.
I have a situation. I don't know who's selected. It's got a guy selected, but I don't know where he is.
Oh, you should see a little white arrow above his head. I can see it right now. It's in the almost dead center of the screen, a bit higher. He's in the top right of the formation.
Here?
Yeah, see the little arrow hovering over his head?
Oh, yes. Okay. Okay,
And
so
if you move out over the the tactical scape, you'll see a square appear with a number in it.
it's got I got a circle, a white circle.
Oh, I'm sorry, you have to click first. So let's say, go next to that concrete barrier, for example. Hover over that. And you'll notice that, yeah, like that. There you are. Okay, now I see it. You see how it has yellow and green on it? It's showing you what direction you're receiving cover from.
Okay. Interesting.
I wouldn't worry too much about the specifics, but I think green is better than yellow, but red specifically means complete blocked line of sight. But if you want him there, if you sent him there, he'll be covered from the right side. Give it one click.
Oh, okay.
And it'll show you the path he's going to take and how many TUs he'll have left when he gets there. And then finally, if you look on the bottom left of the screen where it says TU reserve, it'll tell you how many TUs a snapshot takes, a normal shot takes, and if it was the appropriate weapon, aimed in burst fire.
Got it.
So you know when he gets there, he'll have time left over for at least 2 snapshots, assuming he didn't have to turn.
Okay.
So I would send him. I would go ahead and send him there.
Do I end turn?
Nope. You have to move all your soldiers and then end turn.
Oh, so I choose somebody else? Is that what I'm doing?
You're just going to pick somebody else, and you don't have to go in order. You could stop mid-movement. You can send one guy a few squares in and turn him around to look at your surroundings, so on and so forth.
Wait, she's my sniper rifle, I think.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so here's my shotgun.
And what you generally want to do on the first turn is kind of just get a general view of your surroundings. You want to make sure there's no aliens waiting for you
How do I
right
do that?
outside the
Oh,
You're gonna have to leave the ship and start looking around.
okay. So here I am. So actually, this rifle guy, I probably want to just stick him in the door here to check out what's going on. Okay, so I
Yep, and
see.
if
So
you,
I'm just sort of like moving guys around. So
Mhm.
now, do
And
I
now here's
choose? Do I choose whether they're firing or anything? No, because I don't have any targets,
no,
right?
you'll choose this fire, but there is one caveat to that. It's called reaction fire, and that happens on the opposing side's turn. Or sorry, on the opposing side when it's your turn. I'll explain that in a second. But I would just move 1 or 2 soldiers first.
Oh,
Just
I
moving
moved a
some.
bunch. I moved a bunch.
Oh, oh, it's so far behind.
That's okay. So I'm
Wait,
just
have
gonna
you
hit.
moved them? They haven't. Oh no, no, you have to click again to commit to that movement. They didn't. They
Oh,
didn't go anywhere yet. So just take your shotgunner, dude, and move them to
oh,
that
they
concrete
actually
block.
move.
Yes, yes, yes. They will actually move.
Oh, okay, got it.
And if they spot an alien, you'll get a prompt telling you. I see shotgunner moving up, and if you now before you move anyone else,
Oh,
that
too late.
shotgunner guy you selected, that shotgunner guy, if you click on him, give him a left click,
Yep, did.
select him,
Yep.
and you can right click a direction, and he'll rotate to that direction. Each 45-degree angle costs a time unit, though. And
How do I?
you could select it.
I
You
selected
right-click.
them, but I don't know how to. How do I? You said right click them?
Just right-click on the ground that you want him to face.
Oh, oh, look at that! I got to see more.
Yep. And you're revealing the fog of war.
Does
Oh,
that
good,
cost
that's
time
awesome.
units?
Yes, turning cost time units. Every 45-degree angle is a time unit.
Oh boy.
If you wanted to shoot at an alien, it will show you the time unit cost, and it will include the time units taken to turn. So go ahead and move, like, I don't know, half the squad, let's say. Move them to wherever you think's appropriate. And when you're done, you just let me know, and I'll give you a few more little tips about how ground combat works.
I see. Okay, this is interesting. All right, Bill, you fill me in on what you think I should do. If you got some ideas. This shotgun person. I just want to bring there. This is my sniper. This is my machine gun. We're gonna bring them up there. This is my rifleman. So it's right click on the ground to look around. Okay. Okay, cool. So we're covered. I'm covering my areas here.
Yes, you're covering corners and making sure no aliens are sneaking up on you. And let me tell you something about this game, Dave. They will sneak up on you. The AI is a tedious bastard, and just when you think, like, nobody's coming that way, and you turn away and you don't keep your attention there that turn, they will come. And it will get you.
Okay.
They're waiting for you.
Oh, I crouched down for my first time.
Oh, good. And you want to leave some TUs left over, at least for a snapshot, because that will be how they have enough TUs left over for reaction fire. But I'll explain how that works once you're done. I mean, leave at least one guy unmoved.
Yeah, I got a couple guys. My big guys, my sniper, my machine gunner, and my shotgun guy, all have a lot of movement left over.
Gotcha. So I'll explain how reaction fire works in this game. It's very, very important you understand it so you don't lose on your own turn. And the way it works is this: there's a hidden stat that is there's a hidden attribute in the game, and I'm just going to call it, for the sake of argument, initiative.
Okay.
And if you move a soldier or take an action in the eyesight of an alien that has higher initiative than you,
Yeah.
if he has enough time units remaining, he will shoot at you on your own turn.
Oh.
So it's almost like Overwatch, basically, or you're covering people and watching zones for movement.
Okay.
But what is your initiative score? Your initiative score is equal to, this is the most complicated part of the game, I swear. Your initiative score is equal to your reflex stat multiplied by the percentage of your remaining time units.
Okay.
So, in summary, the more time units you spent, the less time you have left over to react to things. And likewise, the earlier in your turn, when you just start moving, that's when you're the least likely to suffer reaction fire. So to give it like a visual example, if you were to say take your shotgunner next turn and just have him quickly run up to the gate,
Yeah.
look around it, and then pop back. That's the equivalent of you like just quickly dashing your head around the corner and coming back.
Okay.
On the other hand, if you sent someone from all the way on the other side of the dropship, on the other side of the map, and you sent him to that same corner,
Yeah.
well, that's the equivalent of him sprinting for as fast as he can and diving around that corner and taking no effort whatsoever to hide and duck back.
Okay.
Obviously, he's a much easier person to hit. So if you're going to peek around corners or open doors and breach rooms, you want to save as much TUs as possible before doing so.
Okay.
And that's the general rule of thumb. You want to set yourself up to peek around corners and cover your angles and save some TUs left over for the rifleman to live covering fire if you take attacks.
Interesting.
So you go right ahead and give it a shot, and we'll see.
Okay, so now I'm gonna end turn because
you can go ahead. I already see many mistakes you've made. I'm sorry. I can't help it.
No, that's okay.
The suffering will begin soon.
It says hidden movement. What happens with that? Oh,
so that's the alien turn. The aliens are moving, but you just don't know where because they're not in the line of sight of your troops.
Okay. All right, so then I start a new turn, right?
Yep, it's your turn again. So you can start selecting soldiers and moving them. Be careful not to overcommit them, because if they pop into line of sight of an alien and they have nothing left to do, they might be in trouble.
I see. That little green bar down here has got a nice...
That tells you how many TUs they have left. There's a lot of cool little things on the user interface. I'm not going to explain all of them, but it'll help you as you play the game. You'll see, like, oh, that's cool. It shows that. And if you hover adjacent to that helicopter, you're looking for those bars to show up. You see right there, or that's showing the corner of that piece. That shows where he's getting cover from. Red means there's no line of sight there. And green means you can peek around that corner. So if you rotate him by hitting right click to look towards the corner, you don't even have to go around the corner. You can
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But it's not 100% effective. Oh, LI Giants fan. Yes, you're correct. XCom, the snipers in this game become more effective when they're elevated.
Well, I'm elevated on the back bed of this thing here, but I'm guessing a grenade can probably take me out.
Yeah, they're just asking for a grenade. But thankfully, they're not too close to the front line yet.
I found a cactus! Shoot it!
You can actually, if you want to shoot it. If you want to shoot at the terrain, you can hold down the control key, and it'll actually show you where you can open fire on things.
Sir, no aliens over here.
That's good. You're securing the landing zone. That can be useful shooting at the ground because sometimes heavy weapons can blow up walls, or maybe you want to throw a piece of C4 after you've armed it. Or maybe you can't see the alien, but you can see the terrain around him, and you want to just suppress him, and suppression will work even if you can't hit the target directly.
Okay, I got a question for you. When I click on the ground, see, like, it'll say a number, 0 or something. That's how many time units it takes to get there?
That's how many time units you'll have left when you get there.
Oh. So this guy now has 0. I see.
If you're going to send them sprinting like that, I always like to leave at least a few TUs left to crouch. It takes 3 TUs to crouch.
3 TUs to crouch.
Makes you more accurate and harder to hit.
I see.
Well, I don't know who the 2 people that are watching are, but they're very interested so far. We haven't lost them yet.
Yeah.
I think it's LI Giants fan and that spam.
It might be. Okay, so what is this guy? This guy's got a rifle.
Yep, and you don't have to finish a soldier's turn before moving someone else. You might want to leapfrog a little bit.
Okay. Good. See, look, I'm covering all angles. See, I'm like super skilled at this.
I'm so tactical.
I'm running along this wall. Whoa! Something happened!
Uh-oh.
I ran over here and I heard some sort of noise.
Oh, no! So an alien saw you. as you moved by and took reaction fire at you.
So
And he's a little isolated.
him? This guy?
Yeah, he needs help. You got to get him some help.
Where's
He's
the
fighting an
alien?
It looks like the shot came from the other side of that wall, and line of sight's not your friend right now. He saw you as you moved by. You're gonna have to wiggle around a little bit, but the more you move, the more reaction fire he's gonna take if he has TUs left.
Will I like
So
obviously? Will I obviously
You
see?
can send him out. Yeah, I could see you sending another soldier out, and you can creep forward with him.
Well,
Maybe he'll spot
my
it.
question is if he's out in the open here, will I see this alien guy?
Yes.
If it was
assuming
like
that
if it was in this area.
I saw where the shot came from. It was far to the left. Like it was. I wish I could mark it on the map for you.
So I haven't seen it yet.
It came from beyond that security booth, on the left, somewhere back there. And if you want to creep forward with the other guy, that will help. And you'll see they have a limited line of sight. But if you have a guy in the front spotting an alien, other soldiers behind him who might not have had line of sight on their own can use him as a spotter and shoot at enemy targets. And even beyond the normal weapon range too. But there'll be a penalty to shoot.
My sniper, I'm moving my sniper up.
You have some choices now. You don't know what you're fighting exactly, but you could always set up a smoke field. If you want to throw a grenade, to be a good chance to teach that.
Yeah, let's throw. Wait, what do I got here? Quick grenade.
It takes a. So you would see where your rifle is on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
You would click on the grenade, and you would select a ground where you want to throw it. But you might not have enough TUs left for him. Grenades they cost a lot of TU. I think it's like
32 TU. Yeah, I see it.
So you'd have to select another soldier who can maybe creep forward a little bit and toss a smoke grenade. And finally, if you don't want to throw the grenade, hit escape so you don't throw it. You can select what grenade you want them to throw by right-clicking on it and picking the one you want.
Oh, it's because there's different grenades. Okay, got it. Okay, that's good to know. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Wait, how do I exit?
Oh, if someone's moving and you...
No, I pressed somewhere on the map, and I don't want it to go there. I guess I could just press back on the guy. Okay, I just re-clicked on the guy. That's all. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Also, if they start moving and you made a mistake and you don't want them to move there, hit spacebar. It'll stop their movement.
Interesting. Okay.
And if they see an alien, they'll automatically stop their movement.
This guy's got no movement left. This guy's got limited movement. Oh boy. All right, time for that machine gun to come forward a little bit.
Just because you can't see an alien doesn't mean you can't shoot at them. Just think like close combat. You can just lay firepower down on an area where you think they are, and hopefully it'll...
So I could do a snap shot?
A snapshot would be the way to do that. Just watch out for friendly fire.
Wait. How do I do a snap? If I did
I saw what you just did. You don't have to click the TU reserve. The TU reserve is basically automatically stopping their movement so that they'll have time left for a snapshot. You don't have to do that though. I would select that none on that.
Oh.
If you want to keep them... I never use that particular mechanic.
So then
if you want to shoot the ground, click on the gun.
Wait, Bill is telling me something. That guy on the other side of the fence is not in cover though. Yeah, I see that. Okay.
He is correct. Dave seems to be saving TUs maybe for a snapshot reaction fire. It's a bit of a risk.
I knelt him. Or crouched him.
All right. And if you want to shoot, you could do two things. You select the soldier and hit the control key, or you can select the gun after you've selected them and just pick a part of the ground.
Oh, hit the gun. I like that. 18 TUs. Here we go.
And that's just for a snapshot. You can right-click and set up a higher accuracy shot, but for just covering fire and
Let's try
like this, it's not necessary.
I don't think I hit anything.
Probably not. I saw the bullet though. And those I'm just going to use the wrong gun name probably. I'm thinking they're M16s. They have burst fire as well, which is good for suppression.
I see that fire there. Okay. So I choose this little toggle single bullet, or...
You could do that, or as you right-click, when you have the little aiming reticule, it'll go from snap to normal to aimed to burst fire options.
Okay.
But it'll tell you if you don't have enough TUs to fire that option.
Okay, so now, who is this? This is my shotgun. I'm going to run this shot.
He's a scout, so he should be a good reaction speed.
along this wall for some cover, I think. Moved him. Moved him. My sniper can't see anything. Maybe my sniper...
And remember, you don't have to spend everyone's TUs. Saving them left over means they're just sitting in one spot covering you. They're covering their zone and looking for enemies to shoot. Okay. Oh, she can peek around that corner though and stay crouched.
Okay.
I would keep. Yep, that's I see now. Yeah, you have her looking diagonally.
That was good?
I like that. Yeah.
Okay, something comes around out there. So this guy's the only guy that I haven't moved yet, I think.
He has a lot of TUs left. Maybe you want him to throw a smoke grenade.
That's a good idea. Let's do that.
You can cover your flank. You can cover the front. But smoke is very, very good. It shooting through smoke turns most accuracy to 0. But hold on, that's a flashbang grenade.
Oh.
I would hit escape. Hit escape. And right-click on the grenade that you selected, and it'll give you the options of all grenades in his inventory. And yep, that's the smoke grenade. When you go to throw it, you'll see if you're out of range, it'll show a red line. That's too far. You have to throw it where the green line is. Or go back a little bit. It'll tell you the TU cost as well, and the percentage he'll hit.
Alright, let's just try it. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, and like in real life, if there's lots of cover and terrain and things in the way, the grenade will not always go where you want it to.
Okay.
Be especially careful indoors, because if your guy is crappy enough, he might accidentally miss, and the grenade will land right next to him.
Okay.
All right, so you have some smoke cover, you have guys aiming.
Some thing I don't have is my machine. I don't have my machine gun in any kind of good position.
You might want to put him somewhere on the other side of the smoke, so that way he doesn't have to move too far when it's time to shoot. Because machine gunners can't move very far and shoot. They're very static weapons. Until you get, like, really good veterans that...
Well, what are you saying? Out on the road? By the door?
Well, wherever you want to put him that you think he can open fire immediately. Whether you want him to cover the rear or the front, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Careful by windows, though, because aliens will shoot through windows.
Oh, so maybe we'll just sit right here.
All right.
We'll go here. We'll cover the rear. Rear security. Okay, so I'm going to end turn. And then I'm probably going to need to end the stream, but can I save it in mid-game like this or no?
Yes, you can. But let's see what the end turn does.
Yeah. Alien turn. Hidden movement.
Oh! I'm going to hear you shouting before I hear...
That didn't sound good. Does it replay what happened? I don't know what happened.
Well, you're hearing things... if it's happening on screen, it'll show you. So there are other humans on this base. There's civilians here, and since it looks like a military base, there's probably a few armed people. They'll fight back and fight the aliens.
So that might be what I heard?
Yes, you probably heard them shooting at local forces.
Okay.
Saving them is good. It'll give you a better score.
What is this? On my heavy weapons guy down here on my little quick display, it says a yellow 5. Everybody else is a white.
That just means you selected him, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yep. If you could spare 10 minutes, we can push through one more turn. I want to find that alien that shot at you before.
That's okay. I'd rather end right now, but we're going to play this again. Right, and I really appreciate you teaching me, Greg. This is fantastic. Bill, thanks for watching.
No problem.
We'll play again. We'll check this out. And what's the other thing? Bill's asked me if can I tab through soldiers. Let's see. I'm gonna hit tab. Yeah, it looks like you can. Yep. It goes right down the line. It doesn't go in order. Sort of goes like around the thing. Well, okay. Let's
going in order of numbers. It looks like.
Oh. All right, we'll play a little bit more. Let's see.
A sure thing. I'll show you some tips and tricks later.
Oh, alien, something happened. I got a red alien head on my right-hand side of the screen.
Okay, good. You don't have to do anything. So if you can't see him on the map, you can left-click on the red alien head. It'll put the camera exactly where he is.
He's over here. What is he doing?
Wow.
Why is he on this side of the fence?
I guess that's where he wanted to start the map.
Okay, so my rifleman is selected. I can choose somebody.
Give you the hit percentage.
I can choose somebody else, right? I got the sniper rifle.
Remember, crouching will increase your chance to hit. If you want to, you can go for a kill shot now,
How do I choose that?
or anything you're shooting at him is a kill shot. But if you wanted to say suppress him first, if you were worried about his return fire, you could use the machine gunner or a burst fire. But if you're going with the sniper, that's probably good. That's shooting to kill. You can go for a kill shot there.
But you said something about how I can change it from snap to normal to aimed, or how do I go
Correct.
through?
So when you hold the aiming reticule over them, you can see it looks like it's just one little aiming reticule. Hit right click.
Oh, but it's using more time units. Oh, look at that. But my
So
hit.
sniper rifles. Yeah, usually sniper rifles, it's most efficient to get the aimed shot.
Yeah, let's do that. So then let's see what happens. 95% chance to hit.
That's pretty good. She's a crack marksman.
Let's knock it out. Oh! He's still up.
Wow. So this weenie little alien just took a bullet to the chest and is like, "What, dude? What's going on?"
And I
So
see my
he's not down.
sniper. All right, so this guy, if I crouch, yeah.
And you can shoot over the head of a soldier. Like, let's say if I'm behind, but you'd want to be adjacent to him before you do that. Like, you wouldn't want to shoot from a distance.
So the green line of shooting really is important.
Yes, it'll show you if there's any intervening terrain, what cover the enemy alien's getting, so on and so forth.
And I see that if I do burst fire, I only have a 30% chance of hitting.
But that's per bullet.
And it's 87% chance.
Burst fire is also useful because even if bullets don't hit them, they all cause suppression. So burst fire is more efficient to suppress aliens than to actually kill them, I find, unless you're like, point blank range.
Okay, so suppress. So I suppressed him. So what?
Suppression, that means any soldier or alien who is suppressed will have 50% of their TUs taken away on their next turn.
Nice.
And they can't fire reaction fire.
Nice.
That should note that means they'll still be able to fire a shot if you don't kill them, and if you're close enough, they can still chuck a grenade at you. So don't think it's a perfect shield. But at a distance, though, it's pretty helpful.
Yeah. So now I want to, but now as he crouches, see, like I got.
So yeah, now because he's crouched, though, you suppressed him. The trade-off is he's crouched. He went to ground. It's harder to hit him, but it's still not too bad.
Oh, I got him, Greg! Greg! He's down! This guy! It went, where's the medal? This guy's getting a medal right over here. Dude.
They will actually earn medals. They'll earn medals eventually.
I got my first alien. I'm protecting the world. Protecting the world. All right, so now I'm going to end now. Oh, here's Ginger.
Right.
Wait, Ginger. Ginger says my hero.
Okay. We only have about another dozen to go for this map.
Only about another what?
Maybe another 8 to a dozen to go for this map.
Oh, that's
you got one.
I got
You
one.
did the right thing. You sent a scout forward. You spotted the target. You laid down suppression fire, and you eliminated him.
I'm telling you, my military training's coming in handy. Coming in handy.
Yes, you'll probably also see many of the military pitfalls that you might even thought about and blunders.
Let me tell you, this alien needed more training. He was in no cover. He was in the open. He was in my landing zone area. He really needed to be in this building over here.
Correct. And your science team is going to cut him to pieces and examine exactly why he's such a fool.
Awesome! Ginger, the science team is going to cut him to pieces and find out why he was such a fool for standing out in the open. She just said, what?
Now, one other quick thing before you go, Dave. One other quick thing. So let's say you're going to tough out this campaign, but let's say this ground battle is not going well.
Yeah.
You take casualties. You need to pull out and leave. What you can do is you can actually pick up a dead alien, pick up his equipment, take it back to the dropship. Anything in the dropship with you gets taken back with you. So you can mitigate your losses and still get some sweet, juicy alien tech.
Oh.
But you don't have to do that right now. I know you have things to do.
Yeah. Okay.
I would try to win the battle first and see if we can before we think about that.
Okay. So now the other thing is when I stream this again, I'll contact you if you're available. I'd love your help again. But apparently Bill has played some too, so maybe Bill can help me also. I guess we'll figure that out.
I think you got the basics though. You got pretty much the fundamentals of the ground combat down.
Okay.
There's little other nuances, but you got the basics. It's just going to be experience. I look forward to watching it play again.
Great. And just so you know, Greg, I know you're new to Twitch. You can watch this video up to 2 weeks on Twitch, but I'm also going to transfer it over to my YouTube channel on Game Master Dave, and where it will be there for Infamy, my first alien kill in Xenonauts. So feel free to watch that,
we can make a highlights reel.
we can. There's a way to make clips and all this other cool stuff. So really appreciate, Greg, all the help. It's only been 10 years in the making that you've been telling me about XCom. So we finally did it. Golf clap,
Yes,
golf
yeah.
clap, golf clap. And for those of you that have been watching now or later on, give yourself 100 experience points. Thanks so much for watching. And until we see each other on the other side of this fence where I'm shooting at you, if you're an alien, keep your ammo dry, right? We're going to do that one. Keep your shotguns ready, and your... Ginger says keep the diplomats strong. Well, yeah, she's saying find out from the aliens why they're here. No.
No, she's 100. Wow, she's like she's thinking of the long game, Dave. You're the ground commander. She's clearly in the rear echelon thinking of the long game, because that's 100% what this game is about. It's figuring out why they're here and maintaining strong diplomatic relations with the rest of the world so that they continue to fund you instead of just surrendering.
Oh, Ginger, I wish you could have heard that. Greg says you are 100% correct, thinking of the long-term strategy in this game in contacting the aliens and doing some diplomacy. And,
Diplomacy.
wow, maybe, Ginger, you should play this game. We'll check it out. No, she just gave me the look that said no.
Oh, we got one more follower just showed up.
Oh, yay! Oh, somebody just showed up? Oh, hey, we're just about to end this Xenonauts, but you can check it out on Twitch for up to 2 weeks. Thanks so much for joining us, for playing lots of games. I mean, I play lots of games. I'm Game Master Dave. I'm doing some Stellaris, Out of the Park Baseball. We'll be doing this, Hearts of Iron, a bunch of other stuff. Hit that follow button if you want to get notifications. Really appreciate it, Greg, again, for checking us out. Don't forget, everybody gets that experience points, and I guess keep the diplomacy with these alien races after you've killed a bunch and grabbed their technology. Keep the diplomacy strong. Have a great night. Thanks, Greg, again. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Take care. Have a good night.